So in this video we're going to be doing another division of the assembly series in the beginning series of our Creo for beginners. So here we go. Today we're going to be doing the second part of our assembly in our beginner series for Creo, and I hope you guys learned some stuff. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is data planes on. Okay, we are going to say insert part. We're going to start with part AA1, which is going to be our base. Okay, so I'm going to click default. Okay, so when I click default, as I've shown you in the other videos, we can either go default or we can click there and then do it manually. But the simple easy way is to just go default, and then your main part will be your default part. Okay, so now the top is the top, the left is the left, the right's the right, the front's the front. Okay, remove that. Now I'm going to insert my wheels. Okay, so one of our other assembly features is if you use your shafts, any round cutout, any round shaft should automatically have a axis. So the simplest way to align any round part is to click on the axis and then click on the other axis, and then as you can see it's assembled it. Then what I want to do is I want to click on that face, I'm going to click on that face, and there it is. And as you see now, we've only got two constraints and it's already yellow. Okay, so with a round, if a round is in another round like that and you set it in this direction, it can't really go anywhere. But sometimes you will have instances where you're going to have to select your datum planes. You're going to have to select one, then you're going to have to go your parallel, and you're going to have to click another one, and you'll say okay. That's just so that it doesn't rotate when you're doing it, because sometimes if your part has other cutouts and so on, then you obviously need it in a specific place, and then that will be the where it ends up. So I just want to, so as you saw there now, when I selected those two faces, it replaced it. But I don't want to replace it, I want to add it. So all I do is I go back in, I click on my new constraint, I click on my shaft again, right click, shaft, right click, hole, and that one is in, and then again, same thing, remove my datums just to make my life easier. Right click, side of the wheel, side of the plate, and there you go. Okay, so now we're going to repeat this again. So gate wheel, we're going to click on the shaft, we're going to click on the side, we're going to click on the face here, and we're going to click on this face. Okay, so okay, new part again with the wheel. Click there, click there, click there. Remember, when I hover, if I hover over a part, I can select more than one surface. So if I say now, like this last wheel now, if I go, yeah, I can select that face, select that face. So as long as I'm right clicking, it will toggle between the faces. Very simple, but it is something you do need to know, especially when you have more than one part around. Okay, got our 4 wheels in position. Now the next step is going to be our other part. Excuse me. Another plate on top here. I'm going to right click, select the bottom face, select the top face of that one, and we can just say center of that one, center of there. Now as you can see, it's skew. So now there's more than one way to do this. You can either align this face, yeah, and that face there, or all we have to do is say new constraint, okay, and we go here and we select this round and this round, and there you go. Okay, so your circles don't necessarily have to use axes. You can use the surface of the circle or the surface of the hole. It will still work, but sometimes you need to use axes. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is we are going to put in a plate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the datums. I'm going to put in plate number 2. Okay, now we are going to select the center of this one, and we're going to select the center here. Okay, okay, we're going to make sure it's coincident. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to select the face. Let's remove those planes again. Select the face there and the face there. Then we are going to just change this to distance. I'm going to drag this away a little bit and just put it there. And then we're going to go placement. We're going to go new constraint. We're going to go back to our datum planes. We are going to click on this datum here, and then we are going to click on the center of this one, which will be center of our wheels. Okay, as you can see there. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt your video. I just wanted to ask you, please hit the like and subscribe button. It's going to make it easier for me to share my content with you guys in the future, and it will make it so that you don't miss anything. Cool. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to insert our shafts. So we're going to click there, we're going to click there, and say open. We are going to click on this axis here. We're going to click on that axis there. Okay, then we're going to click on this face here. We're going to click on that face there. Okay, but now, like I said to you, this thing can rotate. So now we need to check here. Okay, you need to say that surface and that surface. Okay, now yes, as you can see, that's given me the angle offset automatically. So depending on what angle I want my shaft at, I need to set it, or else if I regenerate it might throw it out. So this is very simple. This is just a 45 degree. Okay, as you can see there, it lines up nicely with the shafts. I'm going to say okay, and then we're going to do the same with the other side. Insert, turn your mill bar, open. Okay, this one we're not going to use a shaft, we're going to the axis, we're going to use the actual hole. And then go there, we're going to go there. Okay, we're going to select again the top face, we're going to select the face there, and voila. Okay, now again I have to go placement, new constraint, because if I'm just going to click on the side here, it's going to change that other orientation. So we're going to click here, but now actually to show you something else, I can click on there and I can click on there, and all I have to do is say oriented, and then it will follow the orientation of the other one. So for instance, watch, if I say okay, now if I go back and I say edit definition, okay, and I change that angle, so watch now, if I change it to, let's say 90 degrees, okay, just as an example, and we say okay, that shaft follows that shaft. See, it's quite a nifty little feature. So I'm going to do that. Let's just go back quickly. Okay, now we're going to insert our other parts. We're going to insert another AO2. We're going to say circle, circle, right click, face, as you can see. Okay, but now again, we just need to check, because that thing could be misaligned. It doesn't mean that this line, that hole is going to line up just because this hole is lined up. Okay, we're lucky it did, but as you saw with this plate, it can shift. So all we need to do is we say new constraint, and this one we can actually reference to the top one, and there we can say okay. Okay, now next thing we need to insert is the threaded rod. Okay, so we're going to insert threaded rod. Okay, again, select the round, select the hole, and it will make it nice and even. Okay, then it'll put it in the center of the hole. Click there. We're going to click on top here. But now this one, I don't want it like that. I want it offset. So we need to just move it a little bit. But now what I want is I want to see the center of this thing. So I want to see that the round bar is going to go in the center, because there's a nut that's going to go in the center there that it will screw into. So we are going to go to our display. We're going to go hidden. Okay, show hidden. Okay, now as we see here, okay, it's basically in the middle, so that'll work. We can just leave it like that. Obviously this is just for illustration purposes, so I'm not gonna work exactly to dimension. We go back to grayscale. Okay, we're gonna say okay. Again, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna insert the rod holder. Okay, we're gonna go right click on the surface, left click, okay, left click on that surface, and again we're going to go round. And I wouldn't suggest using the shaft, I would suggest using this, because if you maybe do rotate the shaft or move the shaft, it might cause an issue. So we're going to select the side of the hole, and then again we need to say new constraint. We need to go there and there and just click on oriented, and then say okay, because it could rotate. Okay, now I'm going to say insert, I'm going to say rod adjuster. Okay, now this one we're going to say that one, we're going to say that one. Then what we're going to do now is we're going to click top of that, and we're going to click top of that one. Okay, and again let's go to our new constraint. This one we're going to do slightly different. We're going to click on this one, and I'm going to click on this one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say angle offset, and I'm actually going to turn this one so that you can see that it's a handle. It's a handle and not just a plate. Okay, so there we go, everybody. that was another part of our assembly tutorial. That's part 2. So that's your axes and your shafts. Then you can also use points. So if I, for instance, put a point here, so if I go the bottom here and I select the point, say I select the point here and I click on there and I select, okay, so the point's on that surface, then we're going to go to that edge there and we're going to go to this edge here, okay, and say we're going to do, yeah, we might as well just say 2, again this is in inches, 2 and let's say 1. Okay, now we've got a point. Okay, but now, so now you don't see the point. Let me just put it on here. Okay, there's my point. Okay, so when using points, if I wanted to add a shaft now, again this is just to show you guys, I'm going to say insert another shaft, 20mm bar, open. Okay, now I'm going to say that surface and that surface. Okay, that one. Okay, but I'm just going to flip that. Okay, so as you see there now. Okay, but now let's put my axis on. But now I don't want it there on that one. I want it on my axis there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go new constraint. I'm going to click on my axis and I'm going to click on my point. And there it goes. As you see, now to put it on, it's just constrained it to my point. So the points are very nice actually. If you have parts that don't line up with rounds and square edges and so on, the points are actually very helpful. So then again, we're going to say new constraint. I can give it an angle. We can go same as that angle there. And just say oriented. And there we go. Now that shaft will also turn if we turn the rest. But now you've used that point there to actually line up your part, which is, I think, a very nice feature. Okay guys, so that's it for today. I hope this helped again, and I hope it taught you guys a few small things. Wait for our next video. There will be more. There's going to be a lot more in our beginner series, and if you like this, please hit the like and subscribe. Thanks guys.